How to write a research proposal. Before we answer this question, we first need to understand what exactly is a research proposal and why we even need to write one. So, for any student who want to enroll in a PhD program, at the time of admission, they have to submit a research proposal. And then in the first phase of their PhD, they extend that particular proposal and eventually present it in front of a committee. The committee then decides whether the person is to be confirmed into a PhD program or he needs certain revisions in the proposal. Basically, in a research proposal, we answer four questions. Number one, what exact research you want to do in your PhD? Question number two, how you are going to conduct that research? Question number three, why you want to do that research? In question number four, what has already been done about that research? A research proposal is divided into 8 parts. Number one, title and abstract. So you have to give a very nice title and then write a very engaging abstract. This part is like the trailer of a movie. So it should be very engaging, very attractive. Number two, introduction. In this part, you have to go a bit broader, explain what exact research you want to do, what is the research problem that you want to take, and more importantly, why you want to do that research. So you need to motivate the problem itself, and you need to show or convince the committee that the research that you want to do, it is important to do this research. Number three, literature review. So in this part of the proposal, you need to explore and study the existing literature surrounding the topic or the problem. So the committee need to be convinced that you already know the field to a certain extent. And once you put down these 10 to 15 studies in your literature review, so through that you can properly position the novelty of your own research. Because it's important that the research that you want to do, it is new and it is going to generate some new findings. Number four, research methodology. So in this part, we basically answer the question that how exactly you're going to conduct this research. So the committee needs to be convinced again that okay, you have a good problem. The problem is important as well, but at the same time, you know how to do this research. You have the means, and you also know the method of how to execute this research. Number five, timeline. So basically, in a PhD program, you have 3 to 4 years, and you need to divide your whole work that you want to do in your PhD in certain tasks. So in timeline, what you need to do is that you need to tell the committee that okay, for example, in the first 6 months, let's suppose I'll look into the literature. Then in this next 6 months, I'll collect data about the topic, and then in the next 2 to 3 months, I'm going to analyze the data and so on and so forth. So here you need to present maybe in the form of a Gantt chart that how exactly and in what phase, what particular task you are supposed to perform during your PhD. Number six, ethical considerations. So any kind of research you want to do, it might have some ethical implications. And what is important is that you need to present that uh, what kind of ethical implications your research might have, and that you need to take proper approval for the kind of research you want to do. This becomes more important when you are dealing with subjects that involve some living being like a human being. For example, if you are conducting interviews or conducting questionnaire and collecting data from human beings, in that case the ethical angle of your research becomes far more important. Number seven, resource requirements. So the research that you want to do, obviously you would need some resources for it. At times the student need to travel to different parts of the world, or at times the student needs some kind of software devices or hardware devices. So for that purpose, you need to put it in your research proposal that what exactly you need for conducting this research. In a way, it helps the committee that because they know the school, they know the university, and they can determine that whether the school or the university can offer you that kind of resources for conducting research or not. Number eight, references. So in this part, you need to put different references that can support various statements throughout your research proposal. More importantly, you need to put more credible, peer-reviewed references, and also you need to try to put more recent references because that gives more strength to your proposal. So just to summarize, when you want to enroll in a PhD program or in this first phase of your PhD, you have to write a proposal. In a proposal, we aim to answer four questions, and then there are 8 different parts that need to be covered in a research proposal.